KG, and welcome to Young and Proud Educators, where we speak everything education. Everything. Ridiculously everything. Okay, so today we're going to speak about the advantages of teaching at a school where your child attends. Everything that we do, guys, it has the positives and the negatives, the good and the bad. If it doesn't have, I do not know. But hey, I'm not going to lie that there's big, immense positivities to teach at a school where your child attends. And one is transport. We're going to save a lot on transport because your child just jumps into your car and you guys drive together to school. That's number one. Number two, guys, that's when you are going to bond with your children. Remember, some people are traveling from far, some close, but whatever time that you guys have with your child driving from work to home or from home to school, the conversations that you're going to have, the reflections, the games that you're going to have with your children whilst you drive and you play in the car. It can be any games that you guys can play. So that's one of the massive ones. You keep contact with your child. You reflect. You're always part of their lives. And that's very, very important when your child is still young. Maybe from reception to class grade 8, 9, that when they still need you. Even though they pass to grade 12 and when they think like, I think I don't really need to spend time with my dad or with my mother. It's like I don't have my time. That's fine, but they need you the most. You can have that conversation. You can reflect. You can ask them questions. You can ask them opinions. Make them feel like, you know what, you are the clever person in the room, which they are. You ask them questions and they give opinions. They're honest opinions. Number 3. Advantage of teaching at a school where your child attends. It speaks a lot about you. I have so much respect for those parents who are working at a government school and they send their child at that school. Because it says a lot about you as a teacher, about your teaching, about your beliefs in teaching, about that school, about that community. About how much you care and how much you're willing to demonstrate to your colleagues, to your community that, you know what, I don't just do this for the money, but you're doing this for the love. You want to change how they do things. You want to change how they see you. The biggest advantage is that when you teach at a school where your child attends, you have two perspectives. The other day you come as a teacher, the other day you come as a parent. And sometimes you can get involved in what do we call SGB, school governing bodies, as a teacher and as a parent. So you get to see both parts. The response from the parents or the concerns from the parents or whatever that the parents are raising. And again, you get to see on the other side, the teacher side, the school side, the response, how much you work as a teacher, how much is expected from you, and how much demands are coming from their parents, whom they pay school fees in a public school, government school. Some they don't pay, some they do. It depends on exactly which government school you're working in, but that's great thing ever. Fourth one, you have the power to engage with the teachers because you are in-house. You're right inside the class. You have the power to engage with your colleagues. For instance, let's say your child is in class, is in grade 1, and you realize that, you know what, this teacher is dropping the ball. That's the opportunity for you as the teacher to engage with your colleague. And when you engage with your colleague, you can either engage as a parent, you can engage as a teacher. But it would be great, it would be best to first engage as a colleague. So you know what? I know this is what's happening. I know this is our standard that we have set ourselves as a school. This is our dreams. This is what we want to achieve. This is what the curriculum says. And you have that lovely, and in a very respectful way. Because sometimes we do have something good to say, but how we pose or how we come across, we come as arrogant and very aggressive people, then the next person is not going to receive whatever you say well. But you can start having conversation with that teacher. You know what? 1, 2, it's not on par, and please, and then you check, and then you support. You don't criticize, or you don't just go once and you stand back and you say nothing. You support, and you continue supporting, and you continue supporting, and you continue supporting. But if you realize, you know what, this teacher is dropping the ball, that's when you're going to go straight to that teacher and say, you know what, you are dropping the ball. And whatever that you are not doing your job, you are not teaching, you're not delivering. In fact, you're just babysitting our children. And it's your right. It's your right as a parent. It's your constitutional right as a parent to address that teacher. There's no way that you can just look at that teacher. You know what? I will talk to the principal. I'll talk to you. No, you as a colleague, you as the parent, you have to speak to them. You have to speak to them because that's your child in that class. That's your child's future that they're playing with. So call them up. And the other part, the other important is that you can encourage and acknowledge them. And what's lovely is when your child moves from one class to another, sometimes there will be that possibility that your child will come into your class and you teach. I think it's a beautiful thing ever to teach your own children. I never taught mine, but in my head I'm thinking that's the beautiful thing ever. Where it's going to teach you as a parent, as a person about fairness. And you know what? Regardless of what's going to happen, regardless of this my child, that's not my child, but I'm going to treat all these children, all these 30, 40, 50 children in my class, I'm going to treat them the same. The next advantage of teaching at a school where your child works. You guys at home, when you do your planning for the next day or for the next week, your child can then sit down and then you talk and you help with homework, and they do reading and you guide and you even recommend the books that might be read in the next grade or might be read in the next unit of whatever that you guys are going to be doing the next time. So that's the beauty part of it, where you see your child grow right in front of your eyes. And the most important part is you as a parent, you can observe your child's growth. You can look at how your child progresses as they go. Their values. Are the values still in line? Are the values from home and school the same? Are they changing people when they come? You know, most of our children have tendencies that when they come from home as extremely humble, good children. But when they get to school, they just, boop, 360, they change. They're like, hey, what's that? It's hard. Hey, no one stress away. You don't have to do that. You have to observe, look, ask your colleagues questions. Observe during break, because you know what, when they run around play, especially in the primary school, you get to observe them and you get to get why they change. And the last one is now you're going to learn your child fully. You're going to fully understand your child and what they love and what they do not like, and how you can support them as a teacher. And creating and just laying that foundation where you give them the opportunity to do extracurriculars. Can be at school, can be outside school. So just to get them creative. You get to know your child. I think that's the best thing ever. That's the best thing ever, that when your children leave your house, when they're 18 going to university, you know that you have spent time with your child. You made the best out of every second, out of every minute, out of every occasion, event that you guys had at school. You were always there. There's nothing that frustrating when your child goes to another school and you work in another school and you have to go see them. Doing the presentations, observing, and you have to drive from part of the town to another part of the town. You have to finish off your meetings at school and driving to the next place. It's so tedious, and you get in there late, and sometimes you can't make it. It's not good. But those are the advantages of teaching at the school where your child attends. It's a beautiful thing ever. It's lovely. I'm experiencing it with my 2 children. We take a walk, like we walk for about 10 minutes to school, and we have that play, the conversation. It's the best thing ever. So I encourage everybody, please let's send our children to a school where we teach. It can be private school, it can be public school, it can be semi, it can be however school. It says a lot about you as a teacher. And we need to see a lot of teachers from the government school to do a whole lot of that. Because at the moment, it's a lot of that is not happening. So we plead with you guys. We plead with you guys. If you are in the system, then it means you believe in that system. Then it means you uphold that system, and you want to see children progress as planned according to the curriculum. So let's send our young guys to the school where we're teaching, and let's see them grow. Let's make the best out of it. Guys, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. If you liked the video, please don't be shy. Hit the like button. And if you want to support and encourage me and just say, you know what, keep them coming. The videos coming. Hit the subscribe button and let's keep this thing rolling. For now, guys, I'll see you in the next video where I will speak about the disadvantages of sending your child to a different school. Catch you in the next video. Peace to you.